back to Trois-Rivieres. We've got a battle for the lead here in the NASCAR Canadian Tire Series. Kerry Micks looks to the inside of J.R. Fitzpatrick down into turn one.
Well, for a sick man, he just got himself bonus points for taking the lead from J.R. Fitzpatrick.
And one big thing we've got to notice, you get bonus points for leading a race, but you have to lead it at the start-finish line. Kerry Micks made that pass just after the scoring stripe. He's got to maintain the lead all the way around, Billy.
Yeah, and the big thing, all these races have kind of been unique. On the road course races, J.R. Fitzpatrick has been able to max out, and on the ovals, DJ's been able to max out. Very important to get all the points you can in every race, because those are the ones that add up at the end of the year.
Wow, Ranger racing hard behind Jason Hathaway, and that is a big deal, because as you say, right now, DJ Kennington, as we're on board right now, he hasn't even had a sniff of the lead yet today, so JR already has bonus points that DJ doesn't have, and that's the way JR wants to keep it.
While the 35 of Belmare respectfully getting out of the way as the leaders come flashing by.
A nice job for a driver with no experience in the Canadian Tire Series. The lap car so far being pretty good to these race leaders as Andrew Ranger all over Jason Hathaway, and that's for the third spot.
Well, Hathaway having just a career day here on the road course. The three's been hauling the mail.
He is so as we watch them down into turn one. Ranger's car looking a little squirrely there under braking as we're on board again with Jason Hathaway. Can't see his eyes. I'd love to see that view.
Well, they'd be big as saucers, that's for sure. He's got a whole mirror full of the cat who wants to get to the front, because there's only one thing that counts for the 27, and that's winning the race. Second means absolutely nothing to Andrew Ranger.
Well, he's made all these passes under braking, but he hasn't been able to get by Jason Hathaway. Vortex brake pads on the number 3 car. He's got to be happy with their performance. He's been able to keep Ranger at bay, and nobody else has been able to do that.
Well, he's just keeping the car nice and straight in the braking zone, that's for sure. DJ Kennington, he's sitting right there watching the show.
As usual, not a mark on that 17 car. Whoa, Jeff Lapsevich racing with Thompson. Thompson's lost a lot of spots. Maybe a problem on the 4 car. He was up close to the top 5.
Yeah, the car is fading a little bit. Probably under braking. Let's have a look. You see it there. Just a little unstable. See the wiggle as he turned into the corner. Not just responding quite the way he likes it.
Jeff Lapsevich were riding on board, one of the better road racers.
You got a real good look right there at him. He had that wheel cranked all the way to the left. I bet money that car is what they call pushing.
I was going to ask you about that. It looked like he had a lot of steering wheel on it, but you're definitely the expert, Billy, as Hathaway's still able to hold off Andrew Rangers. They work down under the Duplessis gate.
Well, the 3 car definitely holding up the 27 and the 17. DJ Kennington was like 7-8 car lengths behind, and he's able to close right back up on the rear bumper of the 27.
Looking out the front windshield of Kennington as they head down into one of the heaviest braking zones on the course. And again, wow, Ranger, the back end just dancing out on that car.
Well, you got to think as well, oh, we got one stopped on the race course.
Oh, that could have been ugly. That looks like Isabelle Tremblay in the 77. We go on board, that's who it is.
Well, it's cranking, but no fire whatsoever. They'll be telling her on the radio to switch boxes, trying to get that thing to relight so she can get underway.
And the yellow is out. Normally when a car stalls like that, isn't the starter what usually causes them not to be able to refire because it overheats?
Well, sometimes if you crank it too much, it'll burn the starter up, but she's definitely had an ignition failure. The car's cranking, but just will not come to life.
I need a push.
You could hear on the radio, she needs a push.
For sure. Very uncharacteristic. Derek Lynch prepares a very good automobile, and it's strange to have it fail electrically.
Well, we circulate under caution. It'll be a double file restart. Here we're on board with Pierre Bourque, the Mahindra Tractors Dodge. And looks like Isabelle Tremblay's car no longer there, so whatever happened, they got her going again. Trouble in the pits for Marie-Eve Dufault, the other female competitor. Not a good caution flag for the 2 ladies. Isabelle with problems. They're putting the hood back down on Marie-Eve's mount. Hopefully she'll be able to return. We'll be back with more NASCAR Canadian Tire Series on TSN. Welcome back to race number 8 of the NASCAR Canadian Tire Series as we prepare to go back to Green Flag Racing. Just a reminder to vote for your favorite driver. Log on to NASCAR Home Tracks and place your vote.
Well, Adam, we're on board with the 77 of Tremblay, and the report is this. She accidentally hit the kill switch when she was turning into the corner there. It's only her second race, so let's not hold that against her. The kill switches are one of the best things we ever put in these cars.
Back to to green flag racing as they head down to turn one, and Kerry Micks got a huge restart. Hathaway looking to the inside of Fitzpatrick. That's not going to work. He's got Andrew Ranger beside him. Side by side, they battle for third.
Boy, did somebody call this right. The 27, Andrew Ranger marching back to the front.
Big pass on Jason Hathaway. Wow, as we saw Lapsevich and Siebert in close quarters. Side by side under the gate. They said you couldn't do it, Billy.
Well, you got to be respectful, but man, we're bopping and banging down through the Duplessis gates. What a great restart.
That was Jared Whistle and Joey McComb getting together as they raced down under braking. Kerry Micks with J.R. Fitzpatrick right behind Fitzpatrick, looking to get to the inside off the corner.
While Fitzpatrick pedaling hard, trying to get back to the front. He's looking in the mirror and seeing that 27 of Andrew Ranger coming hard, and he's got to wonder, will there be a little payback?
I've got to think on his home turf, Ranger wants to win this race more than he wants to repay Fitzpatrick. But you never know. That body panel still flapping. One car headed to the pits. Couldn't quite tell who that was, Billy.
I believe that's the 47 of LP Dumoulin.
Tough break for LP Dumoulin. One of the brothers right here in Trois-Rivieres as he heads pit side. Not a good thing for them, that's for sure.
Well, the battle's still strong for the top five. You can throw a blanket over the top three, that's for sure.
22 laps still remaining as they watch them snake out of turn number one, down into turn two, and head towards the gate. Kerry Micks still leading the way by about a car length over J.R. Fitzpatrick, but Fitzpatrick's really starting to look more aggressive since this restart.
We got to take a look back to the 17 of DJ Kennington. I remember back to the Edmonton, he ran real good. Fitzpatrick led all the race, and he was about to lose some points. And then with one lap to go, DJ Kennington blew a motor and blew a whole bunch of points.
Jeff Lapsevich in the Tim Hortons Chevy. He's not racing for points either in that Tim Hortons car, but looking to have a great run as J.R. Fitzpatrick looked to be alongside Kerry Micks.
There was a little hand signal come out of the O2 of Kerry Micks. Maybe there was some contact we didn't see, but Kerry giving him a hand signal out the window.
That's quite possible. I don't think he was inviting him for coffee, that's for sure. Maybe tell him he's number one.
Down through the, up here we go one more time down the front stretch over the curbing. Fitzpatrick gets a whole bunch of loose, and they're able to drive away from the 27 by 2 car lengths.
The field takes the halfway mark. It's time for the Home Hardware halfway update, Billy. We've seen a fantastic race in the first half.
Only 4 cars retired out of the race, and we've had 3 different leaders.
And right now, Todd's in the Dumoulin competition pits.
LP Dumoulin just pulled off, guys, came down pit road, and the engine is off right now. They are trying to refire it. Hood is up. The crew having to look, trying to see if it's a problem. Don't think it's just a spark plug wire, something deeper in the motor for LP Dumoulin. Too bad, he was having a good day.
Well, a good day gone wrong for sure, but here's some good racing up front. J.R. Fitzpatrick down the inside. All the 3 of Hathaway overcooks it and spins it going into the corner.
Billy, it looked like he was just on his own as we go on board with Hathaway. Steckley was close to him, but I don't think he was close enough for there to be contact. Hathaway gets going again, but he's lost a ton of ground.
Well, what happens, Adam, at the start of the race, these things have 22 gallons of fuel on board. Lots of rear weight. So you got the rear brake cranked right into it so you can get deep into the braking zone. But as the race wears on, the weight comes off of the back of the car. You got to start cranking the rear brake out of it. And I got to believe Hathaway hadn't cranked the rear brake out of it yet. Got down in there deep, spun it around.
What a view from the front end of Scott Steckley, and there he goes. You can see a little bit of smoke, and he loses it, locks him up. And then again, fortunate that he didn't get run over.
You got that right. Everybody was heads up on that deal. They seen him wiggle and waggle and spin around and got down out of the way.
Back on board with Kerry Micks in the Dickies number 02. He runs in the second spot once again, trying to chase down J.R. Fitzpatrick, who's leading this race. Wow, look at Fitzpatrick pull away.
Wow, look how close they get to the fence. They can cut across, get to the inside apex, let the car drift all the way out to the outside apex. That's the fast way around here.
It's amazing to see the accordion effect. You know, JR pulls away, but it looked like under braking. Kerry Micks really able to gobble up that distance as we look back through the field. There's DJ Kennington having a quietly good day. We go on board with Kennington's Castrol Edge Dodge.
Up into third gear, hard on the throttle, down into second gear, gently on the brake pedal, turns on in, gently picks the throttle up. DJ Kennington, you gotta believe, he's just sitting there having a real quiet day, making sure that he gets all the points he can coming out of here. He's letting J.R. Fitzpatrick go have his day on the street course. It's gonna be a tight battle here. Don't go away. We'll be back with more on TSN.